What up, YouTube? It's your boy, it's Carter TV. You know, I told you I was coming back with another story to drop for y'all today, and here it is. The man who thought he was too smart. You know what I'm saying? Dude named Stephen Jenkins. Average dude, Caucasian, blue eyes. You know, nerdy, IT guy. If you know what an IT guy is, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? This type of dude, he ain't really have much of a life. All he did was play video games, work, watch a lot of porn, talk to his, co-workers who was also his friends. Bullied a lot in school throughout the, elementary, middle school, high school, and some college. And he graduated with his master's. Ended up being a banker. A year in being a banker, he come to realize like he just wanted more from life. You know what I'm saying? So we take him, Steve's about 25 years old. You know what I'm saying? Still a virgin. You know what I'm saying? One night he's on the games with his friends and they're having an open conversation, which the other guys don't normally open too much about. If they do, it's kind of in a jokey way, but Steve comes out like, guys, you guys ever thought about wanting more from life? And the guy's like, Steve, where'd that come from? Like, it was out of left field. He's like, nah, guys, all we do is play video games and watch a little porn, and we do kid shit, and we're grown, and we should be out enjoying our time. We should be talking to women. Him and his friends are all virgins. And they was just like laughing at him, like, and he was just like, yeah, this is a serious matter. And then one of them was like his other friend Tim and his other friend Jason. Tim was just like, are you really serious about this? You really serious? And he was like, yeah, like I want more from life. Like I'm tired of just coming home playing video games all day, and it's boring. My life is boring. My life is boring. Like, so Jason kind of laughed at him. Jason was like, yo, he's really joking, right? Like, he know that this is what we do. This is our life. We play video games. We stream. Like, we're big on YouTube. It was like, we're big on YouTube and we're making money. What else more do you want from this life? He said, I want women in my life, bro. I don't want to be staying with my mom and my grandmother. Steve, he lives at home with his mother, and, his back cave is the basement, along with the other guys who live with their parents. And then he was just like, you guys don't want to move out on your own? And they both was like, no, at the same time. This is the life we live. Like, I love this life. So that night, he got off the game early, and they was kind of like, wow, he's really serious. So he got off the game early. He kept thinking about his life. Overall night. Woke up late, got to work. His boss was on his ass. It was the first time he was ever been late. And his boss was on his ass. You're late, da-da-da-da-da. Fuck is wrong with you? Why you being late? And Steve was just like, it's my first time being late. You serious? So he was like, don't ever let it happen again. You hear me? You hear me? You hear me? All in his face. And his boss was on him like that because he knew he was a little pussy. He wasn't going to do nothing. So it started to trigger him now. The conversation with his bro laughing at him, his boss getting in his ass, triggered him, right? So this one particular girl at the job he likes, her name is Vanessa. Vanessa is a nice, pretty caramel thing. Pretty. When I mean very pretty, I mean pretty. She's a black caramel girl. She comes to work in different color hairstyles every now and then. She's a slim thick, about 5'4", nice size cup tits, nice round booty. You know what I'm saying? She's a nice little thing. She is a nice little thing. And he always had a thing for her. He met her at the job. He had a crush on her ever since. He never had a chance to, actually get at her because she always had that boyfriend or she was always dealing with somebody. So this one particular day, he came to work late, got yelled at. Boys, laughed at him the night before. And she kind of peeped him, and he was kind of staring. Like, he was getting himself together, still trying to get himself ready for his station or his area because he works at the bank. He's a bank teller. And she was like, Steve, you all right? And he kind of got stuck. So she goes, Steve. She kind of said, Steve. Oh. I'm sorry, I was in a different place. She was like, yeah, I could tell. You sure you're right? Because he was clothes was all wrinkly. She was like, this is not normally like you. You normally on time. You normally well prepared. You're well organized. And he was like, you be noticing that? And he was like, everybody notices you. Like, you the one guy that don't call out of work. You always here. Like, and she was like, I'm surprised he gave you such a hard time for that. So he was just like, yeah, it is what it is. And she was like, you gonna be okay, though? So he took it as a mixed signal, as if she like caring a little bit, right? So he was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna be cool. He tried to play cool. I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. You all right? You all right today? She was like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm all right. So he kind of was like, hey, Vanessa, wait, before you go, I was kind of wondering, you know, I know this is kind of left field. Would you mind like going on a date with me? And she was just like, oh, I'm sorry, Stephen, but I'm in a relationship, right? I'm in a relationship. And you're not, you know, really my type. I don't really date white guys. Sorry. So he goes, she was like, I appreciate you asking, you know, like that you thought of me like that. But yeah, you just not what I go for. I like black guys. So in the midst of her saying that, right, her man comes to the job. Let's say we go to 2 hours later. Her man pulls up to the job. He's bugging her. Boo, 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 you bitch, this and that and the third. Mind you, there's people in the bank. Fuck is wrong with you? This and that and the third. You want me to beat your ass in? Da 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 da. The employees are looking. The customers is looking. She's like, you really serious? I'm at work. Are you really serious? You really serious? Security guard had to take him out. She got talked to by the boss. Then they got in trouble. Then they lost her job. But Steve stepped in and saved her. Was like, don't fire her. We need her. Look at the rush out there. It's getting crazy. Da 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 da. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. So the boss was like, get back out there. Don't let this shit happen again. So she never thanked Steve for saving her. She just went on with her day because she was mad. She was embarrassed. She almost lost her job. Steve ended up saving her. So after that, Steve closes up the bank. He was the last person in, closes up. He makes sure everything's good. He locks up. On his way home, he gets jumped. He gets jumped. He get beat up. Boop, boop. He get beat up and he get robbed. He was going to have money for, you know, his mom. Basically, give his mom some money, like, make it seem like he paying rent. But his mom don't really want it. But he decides to do it anyway, you know. And he gets robbed. He gets beat up. One of the guys actually knew him. Was like, Steve, punk ass. They knew him. One of the kids in the neighborhood. So he was like, fuck. Comes home to his mother. She's like, what happened to you? He's like, I got fucking mugged. Stephen, your language. What, Mom? I got mugged. I'm grown, okay? What do you want from me? She's like, what did they take? The money I was going to give you. But it's okay. You didn't need it, right? So the mom goes, I really did need that money. She said, then he goes with a surprised look on his face. All of a sudden, you need the money now? Like, you really needed it? Any other motherfucking time, you don't never need it. So his mother is taken back because he's upset. She's like, Stephen, your language. No, fuck that. Fuck that. No, Mom. Any other time, you don't never need the money. All of a sudden, you need the money when I get fucking mugged. Now you need it? Get out of my room. He slams the door in her face. He's just been going through it. You know, his life is not where he wanted to be. All his life, he's just been pushed around. So it just lit a fire under him. So now he's feeling it now. Now he's just like, I'm sick of fuckers. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of that. You would think a white guy like him would just be like, I'm gonna go around shooting shit up. No, he uses his brain. He uses his brain. He goes to work the next day. And the night before, you know, he took a beat and he showered, he freshened up, he got into bed, and he thought about something. He thought about the bank. He's been there a year. He's never got any trouble. He never called out. He never took any vacation time. Right? He never did anything out of the ordinary. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens, he goes to work, he's there early. He's the first one there, the bank is not even open now. The boss sees him, so he's like, well, hey boss, you know, can I get a moment? He was like, I just got in, Stephen. So he kind of says that, Steve says the words. He's like, can I get a moment? So when he said it, the boss kind of was like, all right, Steve, what's up? So he goes, you know, I never called out. I never took any time off. Can I get some days off? He's like, days off? For what? You ain't got no girlfriend. You ain't got no life. So what could possibly you need with days off? He's like, I just need some time to myself. Can I get some days off? He goes, put in a request. Mind you, let his boss know ahead of time that he needs some days off. He let him know. Cool. He put his time in, right? He goes to work. And through him going to work, he starts to think, this bank ain't never been robbed. This bank ain't never did this. He comes across this old man, gives him a check. Now, the old people that come into the bank, some of them are regulars, some of them are new. Steve gets this idea of robbing old people, taking their money and putting it in, and fake putting it in their accounts. He gets the idea because some of the old people don't normally come back, and some of them die within months. I'm like, these people are old. They're like 75 and older. You know what I'm saying? Some of them got money for their grandkids and stuff like that, and they don't really use the money. You know what I'm saying? So he gets the idea. I'm gonna rob this old fucking man right here. First victim, Patrick Johnson. Patrick Earl Johnson was the old man's name. And Earl's been coming in there for quite some time, putting money into his account. He's been putting money into the account. You know, keep telling Steve, you know, it's for my grandkids. You know, when they get older, they go to school or do whatever it is. By the time that happens, I'll be long gone. You know, and Steve has the information of the account. What Steve does is he fake puts the money in it, takes the money, he cashes the money out. Boop. Puts it in the back somewhere. So he does that to 5 other people in the bank. That one whole week he done it. Put in his request. End of the week comes, he goes to check to see if the request got approved. It got denied. So Steve is like, boss, I got denied. Like, I can't give it to you. I got people off. Right? So Steve like, you got people off? Okay. He shrugged it off because maybe people did put it in for him. Instead of just putting it in himself, the boss probably fucking with him. So Steve was asking around. Like the following week, the weekend pull up. Steve enjoys his weekend. He got that money. He's bugging out. He's wilding. He's going to the strip club. He ain't never been there. He went there by himself. Got some strippers, danced in front of him, threw some money, wild out. Bought some new clothes, you know, switched up his fashion. You know, he got a haircut. He got a contact lens in his eyes. You know, he really changed himself up with this money he's been stealing from the bank. So he changed up his whole new appearance the whole weekend. His friends called him up. He's like, hey, buddy, we ain't see you all weekend. Like, they pulled up to the crib, actually. They ain't call him. They pulled up to the crib. He comes to the door. They was like, hey. And they ain't recognize him. So when he comes to the door, they did not recognize him. He's like, hey, are you like Steve's cousin or something? Can you like tell Steve come, like his friends is here? And he's like, guys, it's me. They're like, what? They're like, he's like, it's me. How you guys like my new look? Changed his whole appearance. He got contacts in. He got a nice smooth haircut. He got the drip on. He got the Armani shirt, Armani jeans, and he got some Prada shoes on his feet. He changed his whole look. You know what I'm saying? He's going with that black look. But he's a white boy. You're nerdy. He's been looking into the fashion and seeing what's the new thing. You know what I'm saying? So he changed up his whole appearance. His friends is like taken back, like, what the fuck is you wearing? They don't know what he's wearing. He's wearing some drip. They don't see that as drip. They see that as some gang shit. So they like, yo, you gotta take that gang stuff off for the cops come over here and shoot this shit up. He's like, nah, man, this is my new look. I like this. The babes was all on me this weekend. He was like, this weekend? What do you mean? I went to the strip club, guys. He was like, you went to the strip club? You didn't tell us? Why would I tell y'all? Y'all don't want a new life. Y'all want the same nerdy bullshit y'all do every day. Come home from work, play the game, and watch probably a little bit of porn. I actually felt like I was in a porn video at the strip club. Ass, titties, coochie, liquor. Everything a man wants in the palm of my hand. They ain't believing. They like, you lying. That was a good joke. He pulls out his phone and he shows them videos of him in the strip club, women shaking their ass all in his face, titties jiggling in his face. He drinking. He having a good ass time by himself. Right? He showed the girls, it's like, hey, Stephen, you got to come back. Like, they did a nice little video for him. So the boys was like stunned. They was flabbergasted. They jaws dropped. It's like, bro, how come you ain't tell us? Remember what y'all told me? Y'all life is good. Well, mine just got better. So he slammed the door in their face. So he was like, wow. So Timothy, his other friend, he wanted part of what he was going on. But Jason didn't, because Jason was a fat guy. And he felt like he was very insecure. So what he would do is, when they had good ideas, Jason would like kind of put it down because of his weight. He was one of those insecure friends who didn't want to be a part of it because he knew they would laugh at him because of his weight. Instead of just actually going out there to see what it's hitting for, he felt back and he would tell him no. That's why they didn't really do too much. So him and Timothy get into an argument as they're leaving. They was like, he really did that, bro. Like, he was like, yeah, I know. I want to get up with him. I want to go experience the strip club too. I ain't never been. So Jason like, nah, you don't want to go to the strip club. That looked fake, man. Like he probably put that video together. Timothy go, nah, man, that video looked too clean for Steve to actually put the time in. Did you see the new clothes he had on, man? You see the haircut? He wasn't even wearing his glasses. He was like, he's putting on the front. I ain't worried about it. So Timothy goes, Jason, you always doing this. Every time you want to do something fun, you turn it down. I don't know what your problem is, but dude, I see what Steve is talking about. It's you, bro. He's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Every time you got a good idea to do something, you put it down. And I kind of put it together now. I think it's because you're fat and you scared to do anything. He's like, come on, man, take that back. I'm not scared to do anything. So let's go to the fucking strip club. Nah, man. Fine. I go with the fuck without you. So Timothy dips off and Jason is just like, oh, fuck, I'm losing my friends. So we go back to Stephen. His mom comes home, sees him. She's like, Stephen? What's up, Mom? She was like, I'm so surprised you're not playing your game. I'm giving the game a rest. Just watching some TV, some BT. Uncut, Mom. She's like, Stephen, I'm appalled. You know we don't watch that stuff in here. So she goes, how is it? He goes, Mom's pretty good. They got some good shows on here. It's this movie called Medea, Family Reunion. That mom is crazy. She go, Medea? So she says, better than my soap operas? So he goes, way better than your soap operas. So he puts his mom onto BET. They having a good time that night. He gets up, he goes to work. Now he got a new suit too. Got a whole new suit. He got a nice Prada suit. Go to work. Workers don't even notice who he is. Right? Go to work. Boss ain't recognized. Go to work. Vanessa sees him. She double look. Steve? You go, what's up, Vanessa? And keep it moving on her. So the other employees is looking like, who's the new guy? Who's the new guy? So one other girl go to Vanessa's like, who's the new guy? He's cute. She's like, that's Steve. So the girl go, wait, what? That's Steve. Yeah, that's Steve. He got a whole new little turnaround. So the girl go, damn, girl, you look good for a white boy. She go, I know, and I don't even look at white boys, but I'm looking at his ass. So it comes to work. The boss comes over. Where's Steve? Who are you? I am Steve. He's like, get the fuck out of here, guy. You ain't Steve. He go, I am Steve. So you looking at him. Steve, you got a haircut? I damn sure do got a haircut. I look good, don't I? So the boss wife comes in. Right? The boss wife comes in. When she comes in, Steve walks off. So the wife goes, who's that new guy? He looks good. So the boss goes, hey, what are you doing here? We looking at my employees. What are you doing here? So Steve goes around, asks around, like, you guys, anybody took off? So everybody's like, nah, we didn't take off. Nobody took off. So Steve goes, word? Copy. Go back to the boss while his wife is there. So then him and the wife are talking. He goes, boss, I need a word. He's like, I'm busy. I need a word. And he said it just like that. I need a word. He goes, Steve, what's up, man? Like, I'm talking to my lady. Yeah. Okay, and? So the boss was like, wait, what? He said, he pointed at his chest like, you told me somebody took off and you fucking lied to me. He said, no, you fucking lied to me. The fuck you lie for? Nobody took off. Why did I get denied? So everybody in the office is looking at it like, oh shit. He said, Steve, can you talk about this? No, we could talk about this right here and right now. So the dude is like, he's kind of like intimidated now because he ain't never expected Steve to come off that day. You've been pushing me around ever since I've been here. You've been on my ass. I come in late one time and you're on my ass. I asked you for one simple thing, for some time off, and you bullshit me. You fucking bullshit me. Are you bullshitting everybody the fuck else in here too? He's like, nah, man. The boss is stuttering there. So the wife goes, hey, honey, I think you should just give the man what he wants. You never know, he might shoot the place up. He goes, shut up, bitch. Somebody talking to you. You don't work here. Ain't you fucking the mailman? The dude in the mail office. The wife is digging him. He digging down the wife. She go, no, I wouldn't do such a thing. Plus, he's black. She said, yeah? That's what you say when you ride his black dick? So everybody in the office go, oh, shit. Oh. They gossip. Oh, shit. So the boss goes, Steve, all right now, enough is enough. What's up? I need my fucking days off. Make it happen, or it's going to be a bigger problem. I'll call corporate. And he walks away. So everybody's blown back now, like, oh shit, Steve ain't playing with motherfuckers. So this following week, Steve has been still in the game, been taking money from the old people, fake putting it in the accounts, the money's not really going in. This been going on for a whole month, right? A whole month, Steve been stealing money from the old people. Until this one particular girl comes into play. So in the midst of him stealing, he's been having a good time. He's been going out. He's been buying stuff. You know, he actually been hooking up with prostitutes. He lost his virginity to some prostitutes. He's been hooking up with prostitutes. Been fucking them. Dicking them down and shit. And going out. He actually got Timothy to come along with him. Him and Timothy been going out. They've been throwing hotel parties, right? Jason finally comes into the picture. And he's like, you know, guys, I am a little curious about my weight. That's why I ain't really want to come out. Da, da, da. So they all knew. They gave him a bottle. He chugged the bottle. He's drunk. They got prostitutes and strippers at the hotel. They having a fucking good time. They having a blast. So Stephen has been splurging on his friends. He's been having the time of his life for the past month until the one girl comes into play. She comes in. She goes, hey, my grandfather's been coming in and saying he's been putting money into this account, but I haven't been seeing it. So I go, who's the grandfather? What's the account? Can I get the account? And he sees the account. It belongs to Patrick, Earl James. It belongs to Earl. So Steve is like, it's kind of shaking up now. Like, the money's been in there. Yeah, it's been in there. I see it in here. And he flips the screen and shows that the money is in there, but the money's really not in there. Like I said, he's IT. So he know how to make it look good, but it ain't really there. You know what I'm saying? So she goes, that's weird. I've been trying to pay, for college, and it's not even in there. And all right, thank you. Another person comes in with the same problem. That's 3 people in 1 week coming in there with the same problem. And they all been going, their elderlies, their grandparents, grandmother, grandfather been going to Steve to do it because they trusted Steve for him to, put that money in there instead. He's been taking it. So the 4th person that comes in, this person is pissed. Da-da-da-da-da-da going off, right? Steve gives the lady some words. Bitch, you could fucking leave. The lady's taken back. She storms out. She calls corporate. They do a full investigation. You know what I'm saying? They doing a full investigation on it. They find out Steve's been stealing. Now, for all enough for them to actually get him, they want to catch him in the act. So they send a decoy in. Right? And everybody's been following next month. That first week, everybody's been moving different. Everybody. So Steve comes to work and everybody's just quiet and looking around. So Steve's like, what the fuck is going on? So Vanessa sees investing. That's like, yo, it's an investigation going on. Some people been coming in saying they've been stealing and stuff. So Steve's like, word? Damn, who they investigating? And she like, stupid, you. He go, what? Yeah, when you called that lady a bitch, told her to get out of here, she called corporate. They in here. You better watch your back. She looks him up and down and dips, right? So Steve is like, oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. So now he's like, what the fuck I'm gonna do? They watching me. I gotta do this right. Da, 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 da. So Steve is doing his job. When older people come in, he's been giving them their money. Except this one particular guy that comes in. And it was the decoy. And he had $1 million deposit. So Steve was like, I could take this money and quit. Da, 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 da. He goes for the bait. Takes the money. Fake put it in an account. Told the man it's in there. The man checked the app. Seen that it was in there and thought it was a clean ordeal. After that happened, Steve comes in office. I'm giving you my 2 weeks notice. I'm leaving. He's like, what brought this up? It's time for a change. I need to get out more. Yeah. It's nice been knowing you. So he put his 2 weeks notice in. They got him on camera for stealing. Steve don't come back to work the next day. They was waiting for him at the job. He does not come back to work the next day. He takes the $1 million and all the other money he has, and he gets out of town. He gets out of town. He gets out of town later that night, actually. By the next morning, he didn't show up for work. They was calling. Police went to his house. His mom said he'd been gone since last night. Steve was already on the move. He knew they was coming for him. And he was gone. He knew how to make fake IDs and stuff like that. He colored his hair. He cut his facial hairs and excuse me. He cut his pubes. His hairy ass pubes. Put it on his face like facial hair. And got out of town. Told his boys he was leaving. And he didn't tell them where, he just told them I'm leaving. And he skated town. He's a wanted man. He's a wanted man. Moving forward, they ended up, a year later, they catch Steve. They catch him in Mexico. He was getting money with the cartel, and somebody recognized him. And they get his ass in Mexico. He was running around with the cartel. He got caught up in some type of shootout with them, and police was there, and they grabbed Steve up a year later. They racked him up a year later. He's doing federal time. He was looking at like 15 years. 15 years plus the stuff he was doing with the Mexicans. So he got about a good 65 years of life in Fed time. He had a good little run. It's your boy, Carter TV, and I'm out.